Hi and welcome. In this video, I'm so happy to share with you a popular and traditional South Indian recipe for making vadai. Vadais are in fact donut-shaped lentil fritters, which are crisp on the outside and yet soft on the inside. The traditional lentil used in this recipe is the black lentil or simply called Urad Dal. Traditionally, the Urad Dal is ground in a manual stone grinder. This gives the batter a smooth, fluffy texture. Making a smooth and fluffy batter is the key to a crisp and yet soft vadai. In this video, I will show you how we can get the same effect as the stone grinder for making vadai by using a blender instead. So, for this recipe, the blender is very important and has to be right. It has to be a good, strong and powerful blender. The recipe for making vadai is very simple. It involves only 3 steps: soaking the lentils, grinding to make a stiff dough, and finally shaping and frying the vadais. Let's get into it. Crispy, soft Medu Vadai. We start with add 1 cup or 200 grams of Urad Dal to a large bowl. Add water and wash well, rubbing with the hands to remove the white powdery substance on the Urad Dal. Rinse well at least 2 to 3 times and drain the water. Add fresh water and soak the Urad Dal for at least 2 to 3 hours. Soaking the dal for at least 2 hours will make the batter fluffy and increase its volume. If you do not have so much time, you can soak for 1 hour, but the texture will not be the same. After 2 hours, discard the water completely and add the dal to a blender jar. Blend the dal without water to a very thick and coarse paste. Now for the secret ingredient to this recipe. Add half a boiled and peeled potato and blend together with the dal. Scrape down the sides to release any dal that might be stuck. As and when needed, add an ice cube or 2 instead of water to blend the mixture to a smooth paste. The ice cubes will keep the batter mixture cool while blending. Avoid adding any extra water during blending. The water from the soaked dal and boiled potato should be quite sufficient for blending. The batter mixture should be thick, fluffy and able to hold on a spoon. It should be white in color. There is also another method to check if the batter is done correctly. A small quantity of the batter is dropped into a bowl of water. If the right consistency and texture, the batter will float and will not mix into the water. The next step is to beat the batter with a hand or electric beater. Here I am using a hand beater, which takes about 3 to 4 minutes. This step will make the batter more fluffy and aerated. This is very important for a softer Medu Vadai. At this stage, add a tablespoon or 2 of rice flour and beat into the batter. The rice flour is to soak up any extra moisture in the batter. It is also to give the vadas extra crunchiness. These are all the ingredients for flavoring the vadas. 1 tablespoon ginger chopped fine. 2 tablespoons onions chopped. 1 tablespoon curry leaves chopped. 1 tablespoon green chilies chopped. 1 teaspoon whole cumin seeds. 1 teaspoon black pepper crushed. And finally salt to taste. All the ingredients were added to the batter and given a good mix. Add a tablespoon of rice flour if the mixture gets loose or runny. And a pinch of baking soda for better aeration. This is optional. The vadai mixture is now good and ready for frying. But first, a little practice. First, dip the fingers in water to moisten. Take a small quantity of the vadai mixture and shape it with one hand. Using the thumb, make a hole in the center. The shaped vadai is then flipped into the hot oil. This one-hand method to shape the vadai will be easy with a little bit of practice. The thumb is also dipped in water first before making the hole. Another easy method. The vadai can also be shaped on the back of a well-oiled spoon. The spoon is then dipped into the hot oil. The vadai mixture will then loosen itself from the spoon. Next, heat oil in a deep pan. Use enough oil so that the vadai can float and fry well. Before sliding the vadai to the oil, ensure it is hot enough. Here I am using the wet surface of a banana leaf to shape the vadai. A greased paper can also be used instead of the banana leaf. Fry the vadais on medium heat till they turn golden brown. When done on both sides, the vadai is removed to a cooling rack. I continue to fry until all the vadai mixture is used up. Now, let me share with you something I discovered. I made 2 sets of vadai mixture in the same proportion. For the first batch, I did not beat the mixture or add any secret ingredient like boiled potato during blending. The mixture was stiff and off-white in color. But for the second batch, I did beat the mixture well after blending and used half a boiled potato. After beating, the mixture was white and fluffy. For the first batch, I got 15 vadais altogether. For the second batch, I got 18 vadais, but each was much bigger. For the first batch, the outside was crisp, but the inside was dense. The vadais were tasty, but did not have that melt in the mouth feeling. For the second batch, the outside was crisp too, but the inside was super soft and light. They were super tasty and delicious. Could be because of the potato. Now that I know, I will always choose to do vadais this way. Beat the batter for at least 3 minutes and not to forget to add the secret ingredient. Now you know how to make vadais. Crisp on the outside yet soft on the inside. That's all, my friends. Thanks for watching, sharing and subscribing to my channel.